back, folks. Here we are, Battle Creek Hare Scramble, Battle Creek, Michigan, 35 plus C. And we've got about doing 30-second intervals today to start. So we've got the 25 to 34-year-old C class in a row in front of us here, getting ready to get on their way. So out of all the hare scramble courses that we race in District 14, Battle Creek's probably got the nicest start. Nice long stretch of grass before you hit into a bulldozer lane into the woods here and just full of sand. So we got Jason Rubin here to my left. He's our points leader. He just shot out of a cannon here. But Joe Randazzo comes from the outside and takes the whole shot here. So the first couple turns here, we got real nice bulldozer wide trail through the woods, all sand. So unlike a lot of the tracks that we go to, this kind of helps eliminate the bottlenecks as long as everybody makes it through cleanly. Which, from my perspective, getting a good start. I think I was maybe 5th getting through there. It was clean, so far so good. Take you around the first lap here today. I think we had, I'm not even sure, I want to say somewhere around 6.5 miles here today. I thought he was going to come over on me there. that wouldn't have been well for either of us, so just letting him know I was there. But 6.5 miles, we ran the entire moto track. Had some Enduro cross sections here and a lot of nice single track. It flowed real nice today, and it appeared they had some new cut single track that we haven't raced before. Could be wrong on that, but I mean it looked fresh. The stuff we're on now has been here. We ride this every year, you know, but there was a lot of fresh trail as well, and you know, it broke in real good the first lap. And from the first lap on, it really got better from that point. And then, towards the end, the last lap, it was starting to get rooted out and rutted out pretty good. But a lot of fun today. This track normally, beats me up pretty good, kind of like Evergreen did last week with all the roots and whoops and everything. But really didn't do that today. I felt better after this race than I have for probably any of them this year, and I think it's just attributed to the layout and how well it flowed today. Weather was perfect too. I mean, we were mid-60s for the high today, I think, and sun was out, and it just made for an awesome day to ride. They kept great moisture in the moto track for us, watering it when needed, and even the dirt here in the woods had nice moisture, and hit a few dry spots here and there. But I mean, it was primo today. Great day to ride. A lot of fun. Popping out of the woods here and onto the moto track. They had open ride here on Saturday, the day before this event, and I chose to just let my kids ride. I was saving my energy for today, so my first time seeing this since last year when I rode the Hare Scramble here, maybe the Sprint Enduro here last year. I'm not sure which one came later in the year, but they did change a little bit of it since last time I had ridden, especially up here. Especially that we're coming up on, this was had changed it up a little bit, just the flow of it a little bit. I think we had like an off-camber, outward sloping turn up here, and that's no longer here. I hated that turn, so I'm glad it's gone. And I'm not sure who this is, row 12 rider. I'm sorry, dude. I had nowhere to go there, so I was off to a good start too, and I lost a ton of positions here. Guys just zipping by, but able to get back up. I think I was 10th or 11th first time through scoring. I haven't looked at the results to see what I was after the first time through. So scoring the first time through was mid-lap here on lap 1, and I was probably sitting 4th, I think, when that happened. And I lost probably 6-7 positions there, it looks like, so that would be about right. 10th or 11th, I think, is what I came through, because we're coming up on scoring here in about a quarter mile. So coming up here, notice the yellow flag. There's a bike off to the right in the fence. And I talked to my son, and I guess he didn't see it happen, but he came up on it after it happened, and the guy had went into the fence and actually, I don't know if he cut his face on the fence or what it was, but hope he's all right. I looked bad with the bike stuck in the fence there. That's all. It's never fun to see. So thoughts and prayers with him. Hope he's okay. I don't know how serious it was. My son got there after it had happened, so. I got Steve Russell behind me, hooping and hollering back there. I never know if it's a guy outside of my class trying to get by me, or if it's just Steve having such a fun time riding. You never can really tell. And I think as we come out of scoring up here, I think it is Steve. I think he gets around me here. So right there, I couldn't catch it on the screen. I think it was 11th. Back out onto the moto track for a little bit, and then we're gonna dip into the woods, and then we're gonna go into the enduro section shortly after we enter the woods up here. So I think I did 6 laps today. I took the Enduro every time except for lap 2 in the the reason I did take a lap too, I wanted to see how short that bypass was, because I had heard it wasn't bad. But what I discovered was it was a lot longer than what people let on it that it was. And when I say people, I mean my son, Braden, and Jake Ballman, who rode in the Super Mini class in the morning, said it wasn't that long. He could probably save time. Braden said he went into it ahead of somebody and got through it clean and came out and he was behind. So I thought, you know what, I'll give it a try. That's not the case. I don't know if it's different for us than what it was in the AM session, but it was definitely, I'm guessing, 20 seconds longer than what the Enduro section was if you could make it clean. And my first time through, this was my worst. I stalled it there on the tires. Other than that, I was clean all day on it, so it wasn't too bad. I remember this point vividly in the race, and I was at that point, 12, 15 minutes in, and starting to the adrenaline's wearing off from the initial start of the race, and just needed to calm down, relax. Got 2.5 hours to ride here. Set a little bit better pace, ride a little smoother. So had to audibly tell myself to do that. This section of trail that we're on here, this appeared to be all new trail. Real fresh, nice loamy dirt. Wasn't real packed down and moved out like some of the other sections of the track that we rode here. So I believe the section that we just came out of there was all virgin trail for this race. interesting to see this place next year. It looks like there's a lot of logging that went on in this area. There's a lot of down trees anyway, so I don't know if they topped them or what they did here. A lot of them are down, but it'll be interesting to see this over the next couple of years, how it starts to grow back in. We had 22 in our class today. It looked larger than that on the line, but apparently I can't count well. But I think scoring had us at 22 riders, and I finished the day 7th, which matches my best finish on the year. So, like I said, I felt pretty good all day. I had nice energy even at the end of the race. I had Steve Russell in front of me in 6th at the end, and I could see him up ahead of me, and I was on him on the moto track, and then I went through a berm, and he was having some rear brake issues. I'm not sure he had much rear brake left, and I got up on him, and I blew through a turn right over my head, and then right before the finish line, man, I was right on him again, but couldn't get around him. So I was trying to get that 6th place, but just couldn't quite make it happen today. I was wrong, actually. We only had 19 riders today, so this is one of our smaller fields of the year for our class anyway. But as I go back and I'm looking at the lap times here, I was real consistent all day. I ran looks like a 28:08 on the first full lap, and then it would have been lap 3. That would have been when I took the bypass. I was a little bit longer there. I was 29:27. That was my longest lap of the race. And then 28:05, lap 4 was the fastest. And then lap 5 and 6, I was 28:25 and 28:45. So real consistent all day there, it looks like, except for with the exception of that lap 3 where I screwed up and didn't take the Enduro section. That was a Corey Parlin sighting back there, walking back there with his his bike. I saw him out here in the woods, and he was cheering us on as we went by, and it's great to see Corey out here, and watching him recover from his, he had a pretty serious knee injury. I don't know that you can get a more serious knee injury than what he had as a result of a dirt bike crash, and I don't know how many surgeries he's in. I want to say a dozen surgeries, and he's still got several to go, as he continues to recover from that. But it's great to see him out on the bike and here at the track cheering on the riders here today. He's doing some real great stuff, working with kids and even adult riders, doing some training sessions at various places, various locations. So he puts those on the weekends. So if you're looking to brush up on some skills, man, he's a wealth of knowledge, and I'm certain he could probably shave some time off of your laps. So I know I'm going to get Braden in with him here. As we have a couple weeks off coming up, I'm going to try to get a hold of Corey and see if we can get in with him for a weekend and get some training in from somebody who is a premier rider. I think when we look at track of the year, this is just me personally, but I think this is probably my top three, with Evergreen and Fredneck, and I think it's attributed just to the way they changed it up a little bit from years past, and I had a lot of fun here riding today. So if I have fun, you're gonna be on my short list anyway. So I know weather attributed to a couple other places maybe not being as fun, whether the conditions weren't ideal, or I mean, when you're out here with conditions like this, man, it's hard not to have fun. I mean, it was awesome. section I didn't hit on the first lap that had a bypass was the rock section, the rock garden. And I completely missed it. And in lap 2, I was riding, and the guy in front of me turned off to the left there and went through it. It's like, oh, there it is. I didn't even see the bypass because it just kind of took you directly into it if you stayed on the trail. You almost had to take a hard left to hit the rock garden. But that was a nice time save too. I think if you were able to take that and take it smoothly, you probably, I passed people there a couple different laps that took the bypass, and I took the rock garden and shot through and came out in front of them. So that was a nice little shortcut if you could do it clean. One of the buddy class riders there hollered to get by, so let him go. And we're coming up towards the end of our complete lap here, so we're going to ride through the woods here a little bit longer, and then we're going to come back onto that bulldozer section into the woods. It's real thick sand, and that's kind of where we came in off of our dead engine start. So we went down there and we hung a left. Now we're going to come up here and we're going to hang a right, and we're going to drop back in right there where we came in at the end of our straightaway at the beginning of the race. Here we are right there to the left. That's where we started. We came in right here. So that is one lap around Battlefield's Hare Scramble course for 2020. Hope you enjoyed the video. We got one race left in the Hare Scramble season. We'll be at Portland here in a few weeks. Got a couple weeks off. We've got sprint enduros coming up at Valley. May see some of you guys there. But until then, see you next time. Thanks.